bitches. Hello, you're at the island, or the tram, Sky, I call it Sky Island. So we're getting out of the heat today. We'll talk about party and all that. And yeah, I didn't have to put my phone in one of those things. They just had us stick them on like their front table by the entrance in the entranceway. So yeah, it wasn't like we had to put them in the thing. They have the thing, but because it was like it was a smaller get together type deal, so they were like, you can just put your phone face down on this table in our entranceway, and yeah, and then you can leave it on loud, so if you hear it, you can go out front and answer it in this like little courtyard area. So they're like, but yeah, that's usually what I guess they do with guests or something, so people could still have access to the phone. But they also had little things where they sometimes have people lock them up with like a little code. It's weird. Anyway, so ooh, we are back. Tram ride.
Tramway. Few things y'all didn't know: you are on the world's largest rotating tram car. The floor beneath your feet will start rotating and pushing my buttons real soon. But while the floor does rotate, a few things do not, namely the handrails attached to the window.
I saw some bigger birds like flying around, like,
oh yeah?
Yeah, maybe like a golden eagle.
Wow.
Because we get golden eagles up here. Bald eagles are up in Big Bear. It feels so good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's a cloud, there's a little bit of moisture, so it's like fresh.
Yeah. It's not actually as cold as I thought it was going to be.
No. Remember the one time when the water all dumped out and the kid's like, what's that? And she's like, it's the water, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
She told him to don't worry about it. Little squirrel. Oh, it's fresh. How cool, guys. Oh. Yeah. Wow. So our trip went well. Are you still recovering from the video? My last video? Because I am. That was a hell of a lot of work. We should go sit up there.
Yeah.
I think we still have time before they close it, so.
Time for the what?
Before they close it?
Oh, the top?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The top. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the trip went well. I found out extra information that you probably saw in the video that I put in there. Wow, it was kind of a mess, but like, we got back, and like, my new partner I'm working with, he's like, texting me, like for an old man. He was texting a lot too. And he's texting me, he's like, we just gotta get this out. We gotta get this out. And da-da-da. And I think getting a new pacemaker might have freaked him out or something. But like, we gotta just get this out. Even if it's messed up or something, you need to get it out now. So, it's out. Yeah.
It's out.
We'll meet you at the top. So I did see that I got some new people, and I want to say hi and howdy and welcome. Welcome to my crazy Desert Mermaid YouTube channel. I also have the Fall of Hollywood Babylon channel for you to check out if you want to. There's lots of little birds. So yeah, that's where we're going to be talking about I'm going to be making more polished content, but we'll be talking about the stuff here probably first, and then it'll be more polished over there. So that's where we came up. We get passes, so we come up all the time. But yeah, gorgeous. Isn't that cool? We came up all that way. Yeah, you can tell we're up in the cloud.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's really cool. Dinner was so good. We both got filet mignon.
Delicious.
It's restaurant week.
Potato puree with a demi-glaze sauce.
You get a dessert.
Seasonal vegetables.
Espresso martinis. Hook it up, right?
Mwah.
And a view.
And a view.
Yo. We're still hanging out. It's so cool how we're up in the clouds. So we're in this other area that's normally roped off, but we're like, yeah. So we get a little view down here. That was kind of cool. So I got a Gatorade because altitude sickness is a real thing. Drink water. Take breaks.
Stay hydrated.
Take lots of breaks.
Yep. Breaks, hydration, it's important.
Rah. We are down the mountain. I know.
Oh, we made it.
It's a quick trip, but we come a lot, so there'll be more vlogs. So, yo. So we are headed home. Water's so nice. There's like something they call the vines over here, and it had like, I don't know, hot springs. And I hear some people will hike up the tram road during the summertime to go to the hot springs. That's just what I hear.
Right here.
You're not really supposed to though, so. Right. So we are on our way home because we had a long day on the mountain.
We did.
But it was fun.
The current state, that is my office. My creativity has been dying, and I realize it's because my office is so boring.
That's not it, baby girl, but whatever.
This fine. This video, I'm fully redoing my office and my workspace because we need a little inspiration and a little creativity boost.
Okay, baby girl. I've never had to redo an office to help my creativity. Yeah. Wow, okay. Cause see, like, I've never had to buy, where's this shit?
I am very proud of myself with this find. This video, I'm fully redoing my office and my workspace because we need a little inspiration and a little...
I've never had to put this in a space in order to be more creative. Do you see what I'm saying? I never had to put a Labubu, a Tamagotchi, or a keychain from Tiffany's that probably was kind of expensive, but you know, YOLO. If you like it, buy it, whatever. Or this cute little dog. Oh, so cute. But I've never had to put this in a space in order to be more creative. Do you see what I'm saying here, baby girl?
Creativity boost. I want it to feel like organized chaos in the room. I've been needing some color.
No such thing. And chaos was the primordial god of the universe, who we're also going to talk about in our series. Because, yeah, there are weirdos out there, hi, who believe they are related. So, yeah, you guys saw, we were at the tram, and then, like, the heat got to me, and I've just not been feeling good. So, yeah, here we are. I've decorated my space, too, but I put my own art up because I'm one of those artists. A lot of artists put their own art up, especially if their art, which I learned a lot about art too on my trip, and why a lot of Epstein, like the Epsteins, and a lot of them like artists. It's weird, but we're gonna talk about that. Yeah, I was told that, like, when you see a lot of like logos or like pictures and things like that, you will generally see everything can be reduced down to, probably can't see it, a triangle and a circle, and that these are base shapes, and that they're used a lot in different alchemy and things like that, and that when you do get into more ultra creative spaces, Alisha, baby girl, I'm sorry, your office, that's not what you need. You need to be around real creative people. Maybe not me because I'm volatile, but you can find them on TikTok, I bet. But you need to be around real creative people, like, because you don't need to go and buy stuff and put it into a space to be creative. So yeah, I've been learning a lot about like art and things like that. And so when you get into ultra creative, a lot of them keep around a lot of artists and things because it was a way to hide alchemists. So Leonardo da Vinci, everybody also saw all those science plans he had, and the Vitruvian Man, and how he said that the human shape is actually a, we're complete circle, we're a perfect circle, and you could see the triangle. They use the triangle shape and the circle to represent man and female and male, feminine and masculine energies, which I was told that's really just more like positive and negative charges. And I had all this like metaphysical shit explained to me, that some that I don't understand. And I was even shown like things that like languages that aren't even recorded, like I don't even know what do you call that, like a language without a name, like, anyways. So that they would use artists, musicians, music is a form of magic to some people, and that, you know, melodies and putting words together, especially when you put words or rhyming words especially, and my categories with music, it enhances the magic of like a spell. So there's a lot of people that believe that like if you make like a music video, that you can influence the future with it, because people are looking at it and they're seeing it. It's called they call it media magic. Media was like a Greek. You can come in here, that's fine, while I'm recording. We're just chit-chatting at the table. My mom's always like kind of like doesn't know like when I'm recording if she should walk in and stuff, and I'm like, it's fine, I'm just vlogging right now. We're just chit-chatting at my table, right? I got a coffee. It's Saturday night. My cat is screaming out the window. We call him a barking cat. It was funny, you know how the side tangent, how like our devices are listening to us and stuff? Well, I always joke that because Noe whines a lot, that sorry, it's windy out and I'll see something in the peripheral. I'm like, huh? So anyways, Noe will whine, and I'll tell him, I'll be like, you know, whiners wear diapers, Noe. Do you need to wear a Pampers? Do you need to wear a diaper, Noe? And then I start getting ads on the phone for diapers. And I'm like, why am I getting diaper ads? Oh, it's because I was telling my cat if he didn't stop crying, it's like a joke, but, you know, I was going to put him in some Pampers. And it's funny because he, like, meows back while I'm saying it. So it's like he's saying no, but meowing and stuff. It's funny to us. So when he screams like that, I'll be like, that's embarrassing, Noe. You know, like, we're going to have to get you some Pampers if you don't stop whining like a baby. And, yeah, so the phone was giving me diaper ads. So, yeah, high levels of art. So a lot of it was a way to hide art magic. So like the music, media magic, Medea, it goes back to all this, like, you know, Greek mystery cult shit that we will be getting into, and I'm learning more of, because it's very complex. And yeah, so but I've been doing a lot of, like, video, like foam video things with the gentleman I'm working with, like I said, and he's doing better with the new pacemaker and stuff. So Noe, do you want me to get you a diaper? You're embarrassing me on my vlog, Noe. So yeah, so like high levels of art and stuff, people look at it as magic. So like the manifestation boards, remember I talked about that? So I learned more about the manifestation board thing and like how they do use that, which I think Britney's picked up on that, Britney Spears. I saw a post that she like deleted, but talked about her at the Chateau Mormont, and that did she manifest having all these people just showing up at her hotel, and then she broke her leg and stuff. No, she didn't manifest that. They did that to her. Andre Balaz likes to give free accommodations to people at the Chateau Mermaid, and then when he owned the Standard Hotel chain, and I think he got ousted from owning the Mercer, or was it the one in London? I don't remember, but he would like to give free accommodations like Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan racked up that huge ass bill at the Chateau Mormont because he was like, just stay here. Don't worry about paying me. We'll just settle up later. Well, a lot of his investors hate that shit. They hate that he does that crap. They want him to cut it out. A lot of the people that are business partners with him, they hate he does that. He does it though, so that he can then have like something to make celebrities do stuff for him later. You see what I'm saying? And when you do it to enough celebrities and enough people, and you give them free things and then expect them to do things for you later, you have a nice web or a network of people to help you create something like Britney Spears manifesting her leg being broke. It's just weird. The whole thing is so very connected down there. My cat agrees. Like, it makes me want to cry to think what they did with Britney Spears and her, like I said in that one, that, you know, they called like a Epstein, and people like Epstein, poor, smart, and desperate for money PSDs. Well, Britney had, a lot of times too, they will take people who they believe have something special. Like Britney, when she loves dancing and expressing herself through dancing, and she sings, but mostly the dancing. And there's something with dancing, like you've seen interpretive dance and things like that, and them believing you're moving energy. I'm sorry, my thing might die, I'll get the new battery. And that being a form of magic, just like, you know, art or music. So, I know it's a lot, yeah. But we'll be talking about it. Like I said, this is a whole project. It's not your office, baby girl. So, Lana Elizabeth Woolridge fucking Grant. Why are you getting rid of your Whitney Amy and your, I forget the other two singers that are dead's name, but why are you zapping off Whitney Amy? Now, I know you always said that that was just a tribute because you love them as singers and they were just amazing, but one of the things I was told about was that some of y'all like to take on the names or tattoos of dead people and put them on your bodies as some kind of, you think it's some kind of magical thing that you take on their essence or some shit, and you will then become famous like them. Remember what happened to them. And you know, Elizabeth, you actually fucking know. Unlike this one, you know. Sort of. You sort of know, but you kind of know. But you definitely know about this. Just like Jeffree Star having those dead people tattooed on him. It means the same, you guys, because turns out Jeffree is a part of all this group too, which makes me sound totally crazy. But we'll totally be working out the details on the new channel, right? Elizabeth Woolridge Grant? Woolridge in the Doomsday Book? I know about all the Doomsday Book and what that book is really about, Elizabeth. Did your daddy really tell you what Woolridge is really all about? Did he? Because I know you come over here sometimes. Remember, because I'm teeny tiny, Elizabeth, Mrs. Parsons, Mr. Parsons, Ms. McDonald, Abbas, who I'm hearing was named after Abbas the Great, Persian ruler. We're going to talk about everybody being named after, you know, famous people or Greek gods like Eros. Eros was the Greek god of erotic love. Yeah, it's just interesting, right, Elizabeth? So yeah, Elizabeth, I know all about the Doomsday Book where you explain that. It's not really a census, is it? Yeah. My man's family is in that book too. I had to look at your family's crest. The Woolridge crest, family crest. Yeah, I know what all that's about. Do you? Because I don't know if you know all of it, Elizabeth. You obviously know something if you're getting rid of those. Do you feel guilty? Is this a magic, a form of magic? You don't want to be a part of it anymore? Magic. Magic. It's not magic. It's bullshit. It's people thinking that it's magic, and then people will create something to make it seem like it's not. Yeah. Raw. 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 See, I don't know if you know everything, but it's kind of like in Rosemary's Baby, Elizabeth, when, and you can go watch that movie. You can find that for free online, because I wouldn't pay for that, because Roman Polanski, what? We're going to be talking about him too. Yeah. So, when the husband of Rosemary, you know, takes the tie from the other actor, and the other actor just mysteriously goes blind. He didn't go blind. They gave him a drug that made him go blind. Just like they can give other people drugs that just make them wake up and they're blind, or they just wake up and they can't hear. Yeah. So, Elizabeth. You just, yeah. It's a whole clusterfuck. I don't even know where to go with this. If you guys follow me over on the Reddits and see my comments on the Snark Reddit, you guys already know how I feel about this wedding, but Elizabeth. Doomsday Book. Oh, and your husband. Yeah, that's interesting, tracing his family all the way to France. His family comes from a bunch of shipbuilders too, just like you. Your family, yeah. Your daddy's family. Your mom's interesting, Elizabeth. Your mom's got something more to it. But we'll talk about her too. We got a lot to talk about. We got all kinds of conversations. So yeah, I'm trying to end this vlog. I've just been kind of out of it because my back and shoulders have been hurting, and the weather, it was a little bit, it was lower, the temperature, a couple days ago, but it was like higher humidity, so it just was not my deal. So hello. So yeah, I was just looking at, I saw this in the preview the other day where I saw where Elizabeth was getting those zapped off, and I was just like, it's interesting, right? It's just interesting if your name is in a certain book that was recorded in, I forget when the Doomsday Book was recorded, that has something to do with like Knights Templars and then like families that are related to special, they think they're related to the Greek gods or to the stars. You ever seen a Leonardo da Vinci painting and how they'll like be pointing up like this? Someone said to me that like a lot of his paintings are the same person. That he'll say it's like John the Baptist, and he'll say this is the Mona Lisa, but he carried it around for 16 years and worked on it, and so like it kind of doesn't look like the real Mona Lisa. And then like there's the Virgin Mary. He's got all these different people, right? But they all kind of have these curly reddish brown hair, kind of like my hair is when I'm dyeing it, you know, and it's in like these curls, kind of like mine. Maybe I'll wash my hair for the next vlog and show you, but and we can talk about Mona Lisa and some of Leonardo da Vinci's paintings. But yeah, a lot of them, when they're pointing up like this, it means I'm either with or I am related to somebody who's like seen as a god, which, you know, oh, they believe that they came from the stars at one point. I don't know. It's a complicated thing. Part of it was explained to me, and like I feel like I'm still missing a bunch of pieces because it's just so vast. But yeah, we can talk about Leonardo da Vinci in the next one and look at some of his art, because yeah, it's very interesting that a lot of those people look the same, you know, and maybe it's of a person who sometimes masquerades as a woman and sometimes masquerades as a man. See what I'm saying? Talk about all that, because it makes me sound crazy to talk about it now. So we got to work our way through it in the series, which I'm already working on the next stuff for the Chateau Mormont. I've been going through a lot of the people who have stayed there, falling down into more rabbit holes. I mean, there's so much shit. And then I got a video from an anonymous source that's going to be in one of the videos. I got a couple videos. One looks like it's like a guy, like it's an actor, and he's like outside with some other actors, and he's like, I can't believe, and he's using like I don't even know if I want to put it in there, because it sounds like, you know, like pizza pie, and then like Southgate, but if you took out one word from, if you took out pie and south, you see what I'm saying? It's like a word formula, you know, a word thing. If we said pizza pie and took out the word pie, and we said Southgate and we took out the word south, what would we get, right? It sounds like that. So I don't even know if I want to go there with that video. But then there's another video, and it's some girls, and they're running down behind the Chateau Mermaid, and one of them says she's 16, and they're like, yeah, we're at the chateau. It's like 3 a.m. It's somebody's sweet 16. Oh, not so sweet. And then like the video cuts. And it's dark, and they're like behind where the bungalows are. And they're like running down the street. Anonymous source. So I don't even know if I can put that up, but I'll probably put it there, and anybody can just decide what the fuck to do with that video. Whatever, you know. I'm feeling like a journalist. I got a cookie here. Here's a chocolate cookie my mom gave me. It's pretty good. And then I made myself a protein coffee. I know. This is a Dutch Brothers cup. I'll reuse my cup from the day before. I make new coffee in my Dutch Brothers cup, which I've seen other people on YouTube do as well. Yeah. This is crazy, Lana. Elizabeth. I have to remember to call her Elizabeth. I mean, she's only had the name Lana Del Rey for 15 years? Yeah, less time than me and Patrick have been together. She has had the persona Lana Del Rey. So she didn't grow up with that name. So it's weird to me that, like, Remy invited her friend to the wedding, but is referring to her as Lana or not Lizzie, like her sister does. Because, like, someone close to her would refer to her as her... You know what I mean? It's like people referring to me as Desert Mermaid versus Keisha, you know? I'd rather you guys just call me Keisha. That's my name. Instead it's like persona. You invited a persona to your wedding, Remy. How do you feel? Elizabeth, you went as a persona to Mrs. Parsons' wedding. How do you feel about that, Mrs. Parsons' wedding? That sounds like a song. You should write a song, Elizabeth, called Mrs. Parsons' Wedding. To make up for going as a persona. You could write that. You go Mrs. Parsons' Wedding, and you could talk about how you've cultivated this whole persona, and now you're trying to erase it, like you're trying to erase this tattoo. Which Amy Winehouse was trying to get sober at that time. She died. And then she just dies of alcohol poisoning or something. I don't know. I know people fall off and stuff like that. So that is a thing, but they made a lot of money off of her saying no to rehab. You see what I'm saying? If someone made their whole career off of I'm saying no to rehab, and then suddenly they're like, you know, if I want to keep this career going, I need to do some rehab. Whitney Huston. You guys have heard of Paperwork Party? Paperwork Party, and if I remember, I will link their channel. I'm going to probably have some things linked for you in the description box, which I watched a fabulous movie that's free on YouTube right now called Premonition, and part of it, okay, the ending of the movie is the movie, right? But if you watch the first part where Sandra Bullock is on lithium, like they did with Britney, they love to prescribe lithium to people when they want to fuck with their brain and really create this magic circle. They do it with smart people, okay? Britney was not stupid. So they had to drug her. She wouldn't just go along for money. Like, she's a real creative, and that's why they wanted to siphon her talent. Like, if you go watch my first part of my, the first episode on Hollywood, the Fall of Hollywood Babylon, which I'll link to, that's what they do, is they will latch onto you, these people in the who run this magic circle, and siphon things off like a parasite. They're like a parasite or a virus. And they suck off people's talent, their creativity, basically. It's creativity, whether it's through dance, singing, music, any kind of multimedia art, anything creative, writing, poetry, anything creative, they will try to siphon it off. And then there's a lot of question if some of these people who have been famous celebrities are even actually real people, and we'll get to that. But there's a sad little girl deep inside this woman, and she's trying to erase everything by getting rid of these tattoos she marked herself with. Probably about 15 years ago, when she took on the persona of Lana Del Rey. I'm sorry that they hurt you, Elizabeth, but part of growing up is realizing that you can actually break the circle. Do you know how to break a circle? Do you know how to break a cycle, guys? Do you want to know how you break a cycle? You cut the head off the snake. I know that was scary, right? It was scary. Have you ever seen the omnibus where it's the snake eating its tail? It's like a Greek thing. Remember, the poison is always in the head of the snake. Okay? I know it sounds like I'm speaking in riddles, and I scared you by slapping my hands like that, but this is true, okay? As how I explain this. And look at this right here, guys. Full Metal Jacket's free too on YouTube. Wonder if my partner knows. Yeah, he's doing better with the pacemaker. It really freaked him out. He had one put in at the end of the 90s, and he's in his 90s. So, yeah. But people are starting to live to like be 110. Like, he sent me this clip of this older woman who goes bowling still and stuff, and I'm like that you don't bowl, but you know, he's like, I feel like I have to do this because I'm, you know, I keep putting it off, saying, well, I'm like, I was 70, I was 80, you know, and they tell you need to get the pacemakers, you know, redone every so often, and he held on to his because he just was like, well, I'm in my 80s. And now he's like in his 90s, and his doctors are like, look, you could theoretically live into your 100s, so you should probably think about getting this redone, and we'll do it very... They don't generally do that, but they're starting to do shit like that now for people who are getting to be that older, because people are living into their like 110s now and stuff. Like, I showed you that video during the fires where they left that woman who was 100 in the senior facility. It's crazy. So, yeah. I sound crazy, right? I'm talking to you about Lana getting her fucking tattoo zapped off. I'm talking about pacemakers. I'm talking about people living to be 110. I'm talking about the magic circle. I'm slapping my hands and scaring you. And talking about all kinds of shit, right? While talking about Lana Del Rey and Remy and sounding like a conspiracy theorist. I just like to jibber jabber to you about my thoughts. It's just, it's a lot sometimes. It's a lot. And I do. I feel crazy sometimes, but I talk to my therapist and they're like, this doesn't sound crazy, especially since you keep... So, yeah. You check in with people around you, and you check in with your doctors, and you keep on track. It doesn't seem so crazy. So, anyways, I'm gonna end this because I'm blabbering. And this has been crazy. Crazy can be fun though. So, as always, remember, all these stars are yours because I gave them to you. I love you, and remember, you know. Remember, the more you know, the more you don't know. So, we need to figure out the things we don't know, right? And Elizabeth. Rip your eyes wide open, bitch. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.
Problem solving is something that schools generally don't teach you. You know, a lot of people don't have a good generalized approach to problem solving. They're not thorough, don't consider all the possibilities, prepare themselves with the right information. If you can develop a kind of generalized approach to problem solving, it's surprising how it helps you in anything.
I don't think. I know.
Every 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.